today I really need this. I don't know about everybody else, but this is going to be a good moment to spend together because,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I feel
Hmm.
like it's exactly on point.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. It's almost like you crave it, you know? It's like the days go by and then it's like, oh, it's going to be so nice to just have a beautiful meditation together now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
And I would also like to share this space, like you feel the energy of everybody and feels
Mm-hmm.
warm and cozy. It's just like you
Mm-hmm.
imagine the world to become.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also with all the apparent chaos that's on the outside, it's nice to have this on the inside. I was reminded today, I was listening to somebody and they were saying how there's this great Zen master who used to say the way out is in. And there's just something profound about that. You know, the only way to get out of this game or whatever you want to call it, it's to go inwards. So it's just so beautiful that we get to do that together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also so true. It rings so true. And when we wake up to that, it just feels like, and until let's say some time ago, I would hear that. I'd
Mm.
be like, oh, that's beautiful. But now it's just like it just goes inside.
Mhm.
You're like, yeah, it is like that.
Mm.
Interesting how that also grows and shapes itself.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Should we just one more minute and then we'll get started, or what are you feeling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
good.
Good. Because we have a couple of new people here. Lígia and I came up with this concept of spending time together every Sunday with a group of people who really want to do the same thing, who realize that stillness is kind of the way that we need to be to reconnect to ourselves and to others, and that it is a little bit hard to create these meetings with ourselves, you know, every day. We try to kind of be in stillness and breathe and be focused throughout the chaos in our lives. And so it's nice to have it on your schedule. You know, every Sunday, this is a moment where we get to be together. We get to share each other's energies, as you so beautifully expressed, Lígia, and also we get to share time in meditation together. And we somehow believe that this is the way to change the world. What do you say, Lígia?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Mm.
This about also sharing this with each other, sharing these moments,
Mm.
and being in a community of people who feel and want to share how they feel with the world.
Mm.
Because, like Marie was just saying, only when we go in and then allow that out in this kind of moments, in
Mm.
moments where we choose to be there, to be present, we can truly build up from there.
Mm.
I totally agree and feel the same way about creating these moments. And something interesting that can come up when we create these spaces, at least I think that is important to mention, is sometimes we may feel some resistance to find these moments of stillness. And we think, oh, next Sunday we're going to have, or just the same way that every week or every day we struggle to take those minutes to go and just, whew, I need this moment for myself. The same resistance can appear. Be like, oh yeah, 1 hour per week.
Mm.
But that resistance is totally healthy and it's beautiful because it means that we are finally changing something and giving ourselves something we need, that
Mm.
are these moments, or else we wouldn't choose to be here.
Right. And so we chose to create this time every Sunday, and we call it Stillness Meetings, and it comes from the Zen tradition of sort of satsang where we spend time together in a little bit of conversation. So Lígia and I will talk for the first maybe 15 minutes or so, but the importance is more between the words than the actual words themselves, the void, the space in between. And so then slowly we'll move into a meditation where less and less words will be used, only enough to keep our mind occupied. And then we'll move into a space of stillness together where I believe the real truth is to be found. And then we'll slowly come back out of that and back into reality again. So that's what this is all about for those of you who haven't joined us before. So today's, we've had a few of these and there's been different themes. And today's theme is about beyond the emotion. And I was guided to speak about this somewhere in this Friday afternoon, where I realized that there has been so many moments in my life where I have been overwhelmed by emotions, by feelings, by emoting, by getting swept away, and then kind of losing my footing and forgetting who I really am. And also the emotion, there can be some really strong emotions like anger, sadness, depression. And obviously, the strong emotions can be in the other direction too, like happiness and joy and delirium, or whatever they are. But they tend to sweep us away and they tend to hide what's actually underneath those emotions. And sometimes there's another emotion beyond the emotion. So let's choose anger, for example. We'll have anger, but there might actually be a sadness or a loss beyond that anger. And beyond that feeling, there might be a feeling of betrayal or whatever. And then the deeper we go, there's actually a feeling of fear. So that emotion stems from some kind of fear as opposed to love. Like those are the two strong fields of energy that we have in our world, I would argue. And then if we start to dig through our emotions, because there's so many times where we get swept away by them, eventually we'll start to realize that under that fear, under that love, it's actually the same thing. It's that eternal field, that oneness, that stillness. And I think the reason why I really wanted to speak about this is because there is so much going on in our reality right now, in our chaotic 3D world. There's so many political news that we get. There's so many other kinds of movements that we're involved in. And on a personal level, we're also might be purging on a very sort of big, in a big way in the past couple of weeks. And there's reason beyond that we're not really going to get into today, but there's reasons in the way the stars are aligned why this is happening at this very moment. But what if we look at all these emotions, all these feelings that we have, and then see if we can go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper until we come down into this base layer of where is this actually coming from? Because that's when healing begins. And then go deeper than that to realize that there's just layers on the cake. And all the way down is the kind of plate of the cake that's holding it all up. And that's our reality. So that's why I wanted to speak about that today.
So also fitting beautifully in something that I was exploring this week. And was having a conversation with someone about the Buddhistic psychology. And it's one of the things that really called my attention. And when also Marie suggested this theme, was that it kind of fit perfectly with that psychology of the layers that we all have to go through in order to reach what we call then the enlightenment, let's say. That is then the love, and to face that beautiful light without feeling blinded by it. we have to go through all of those layers, and those layers are normally laced with the emotion of that level. And that's exactly, and by going through that anger, there is something beyond the anger, because the anger is just the signaling of whatever it is that it's trying to talk to. So, and only by going through it, allowing it, and having the experience of that anger, exactly unraveling what's behind that, we can go and jump to the next level. And in the Buddhistic psychology, that's what they talk about, how we do that in our life, and imagine that in the end, when we choose to leave this experience, wherever we are on that level will almost not dictate, but gives us the choice to the next step. So it becomes even more beautiful and more important to kind of go deeper into every emotion that we are feeling, with this knowledge that it can lead us now, or in whatever moment we choose, to a deeper knowledge about everything, the universe, not only about ourselves, but about everybody around us, and about why we chose what we chose to experience, about the things that are happening around us right now. Like Marie was saying, everything that's happening in the world right now has a meaning. There's emotions that we are now overflowed by, are very important to create the next level, not only for us personally, individually, but also for the collective of people that, and the planet itself. So in order for us to go to that next level and analyzing these collective emotions that the world is screaming and trying to deal with right now, it's so important. So going beyond whatever it is that we see at the surface. So I think this is a very beautiful place to be right now too.
Mm. Thank you for that. I deeply resonate with what you were saying, especially the part of emotions actually leading us in the direction that we need to explore if we choose to. So, not feeling as if emotions are something to avoid or try to get through as quickly as possible, but rather to be our guiding system in our lives, where we need to go, what we need to heal, uh, what is the next step. Our emotions are telling us all those things. It's almost as you could almost call it a superpower of sorts, our emotions. That's how we interpret the world, and that's how we move forward in our on our journey.
It's almost like right now, all the emotions we are experiencing are teaching us to not be afraid of being emotional beings.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Being
like
in our
almost,
hearts. Mm-hmm.
yes, and being friends with them, and just having a healthy relationship with our own emotions opens the door to more knowledge.
Mm.
That's how I feel about it sometimes.
Beautiful. Okay, on that note, I think head into we'll leave the words or some of the words behind, and we'll settle into our seat and head into a meditation together.